Day one of the 2026 Winmau World Darts Masters starts today at Milton Keynes MK Arena, or the Marshall Arena I should say. And yeah, let's have a look at day one and go through my predictions on what will happen. Obviously the format change of the Winmau World Darts Masters, it will be best of 5 sets in round one and first 2 legs in each set. For example, you win the first set 2-0, in legs it's not first to 3 as the World Championship and World Grand Prix are. So or not World Grand Prix, sorry, sorry, I don't know what I said. So anyway, the first game is Chris Dobie taking on Jermaine Watamina, both players who are looking to have a good season this year and obviously start off with the Winmau World Darts Masters. It is a ranking event as well now, so extra incentive to perform really well at this tournament. I do think Chris Dobie wins. I'm going to go 3-1 to Dobie. I think he just has the quality over Jermaine. Gary Anderson, Neil Zonneveld. Zonneveld played well at the World Championships, beating Michael Smith, who of course isn't in this. There's so many notable names that haven't made this. Michael Smith, Peter Wright, Dimitri Vandenberg, there's a few more as well, but Gary Anderson, Neil Zonneveld, I do fully expect Gary to win this one. I'm gonna go 3-0. I think Gary does win quite comfortably. James Wade, Madars Razma. James Wade had a very good 2025. He'll be hoping to replicate that this year. Again, I do think James is good enough to beat Madars Razma comfortably. I think Razma does take a set off the machine. I'm going to go 3-1 to James Wade. Nathan Aspinall, Shane McGurk. Now, Shane McGurk, of course, like Madars Razma, Vessel Nyman, James Horrell, all qualifiers for this. There was a prelim round yesterday which determined the 8 qualifiers for this event. And obviously Shane McGurk got through it. He takes on Nathan Aspinall in a really interesting game. I think Nathan definitely is good enough, and I think he does get the job done, but Shane McGurk is such a good player, former WDF World Champion of course. I fully expect Shane to give Nathan Aspinall a game. I'm going to go 3-1 to the Asp. Johnny Clayton, Vessel Nyman, that's not what you want, is it? That's not what you want if you're Johnny Clayton, to play a qualifier in the first round and it to be Vessel Nyman, someone who probably could have been in the World Masters based off his ranking if he would have, won a couple more games at the World Championship or whatever. So Johnny Clayton's got a really tough first round game. I'm going to go 3-1. I think Johnny does have enough. Get a win price, James Horrell. Wow. Price really underwhelming at the World Championships. Lost 3-0 to Wesley Placier. James Horrell, of course, went on an insane run at the World Championships, beating the likes of Dirk van Duivenbode, Stephen Bunting. If it wasn't for Justin Hood, James Horrell would have been the story of the World Championships. I'm going to go Price to win. I think Price is obviously the better player by a country mile, and that World Championship will not affect him. Obviously the Premier League's coming up as well, that's around the corner. Price will be wanting to rear in to go for that. I'm going to go 3-1 to get a win Price. Michael van Gerwen, Damon Heta. Again, if Damon Heta was playing well, I think this is a tough game, but Michael is coming off the back of playing really well at the World Series of Darts. Plus Damon Heta is just completely and out of form at the moment. I'm going to go 3-0. Jan van Veen versus Ryan Joyce, the new Dutch #1, the new world #3, Jan van Veen, taking on relentless Ryan Joyce, who again played well at the World Championships. He always does, doesn't he, Ryan Joyce? He's always someone you can guarantee to play decent. Jan, though, is going to come into this with confidence. Of course, his debut Premier League season is around the corner. His debut World Series has just happened. He's coming into tournaments as one of the favourites now, apart from obviously Luke. And I just think that coming into this type of environment, I think he will thrive. I'm going to go 3-1 to Jan van Veen. So I've gone Chris Dobie to beat Jermaine Watamina, Gary Anderson to knock out Niels Zonneveld, James Wade to put Madars Razma out, Nathan Aspinall to beat Shane McGurk, Johnny Clayton to beat Vessel Nyman, Get a win Price to beat James Horrell, MVG to knock out Damon Heta, and Jan van Veen to knock out Ryan Joyce. Let me know your thoughts down below. Is there a potential shock this evening? I think if there is to be a bold prediction, it's Shane McGurk to beat Nathan Aspinall, but again, Shane has to be on it for the whole match. He can't let Nathan Aspinall in at any point. But those are my predictions for day one. Let me know yours down below.